All right. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Free word movement. Free word movement. This is episode 3.
We trades up in here.
3.
It's your boy.
So if you ain't caught up yet, you gotta go see 1 and 2.
Yes, please go watch 1 and 2.
Go watch 1 and 2.
A lot of good reviews. A lot of people enjoying it. In case you don't know, I'm your boy JDFORD.
And I'm your boy EL to the LIS. I'm Ellis, and man, you always come up with these topics, man. I know you be polling people to find out what we're gonna talk about.
Right.
What's the topic today?
So we gonna talk about brotherly love. Real love. The love and hate between men.
Okay. Brotherly love. Man, that's a hard topic.
No. I mean, it may be, but I need y'all out there to understand this is very dear to my heart because I'm all about brothers coming together. I really don't understand why we can't. We got some of the greatest minds. We got some of the greatest creativity. I really don't understand why it's so hard for us to just get in a room together, build, and not just build one thing, but keep building. Black Wall Street could not have been the only ones. That's all I'm saying. It gotta be it's in us. It's generational. They did it. We can do it too. So,
yeah, but you know how long ago that was? You know how many? Okay, so we done had some unity
issues.
Yes, and we've had some times where black men that came together. You know, Million Man March.
Yeah, but okay, how long ago was that?
We done marched across Selma.
Did we have another Million Man March? I mean,
and then what came out the Million Man March?
I can't tell you. I'm gonna be honest. I can't, because if it happened, it didn't last long. I heard a good thing. I heard some brothers was starting to do better, but shoot, I mean,
hey, I got some brothers in my family starting to do better.
Yeah.
Do we
hey,
attribute that to the Million Man March? Hey, if y'all got them off the street, I salute the Million Man March, but no, that ain't it, brother. That wasn't it. That wasn't the reason they came off the streets.
And just to help y'all out there, what I'm really looking at is I'm looking at other cultures. A lot of these other cultures, man, even when they don't like each other, they work together to see that their culture, that their community progresses. Why can't we? What is holding us back? You spoke on something earlier. Can you give them a little insight as what keeps pulling us back?
Well, I think if you're talking about the crabs in the bucket, man, the thing about the crab in the bucket, right?
Okay.
And the reason it's gonna always exist is because if we go back to what we talked about before,
right?
People getting out this bucket,
right?
And they ain't looking back. And they ain't reaching back to help nobody get out the bucket. They ain't come to get nobody. So the people that's in the bucket down at the bottom, they like, man, the last cat we let out this bucket ain't came to help us nothing. So guess what? The next cat that's getting close to the top, I'ma grab on.
Facts.
And try to get out with him.
Facts.
But when they grab on, they too heavy, and they pull the dude back in.
Facts.
Right? So that's part of it. I think the crab in the bucket thing, man, we might as well get used to it until we start getting out and making a ladder back in to get people out.
No, this is true. And I had the pleasure, shout out my boy King Muddy. King Muddy took the time, and that was the same thing he blessed me with. You know, he's definitely been around for a while, and he's close to a lot of people, and I just wanted his perspective on what it was, and the crab in the bucket syndrome is what he came up with. And I believe definitely we got to stop pulling on each other. You know, there's nothing wrong, and I get it. Like my man said, the problem is you help somebody up out the bucket, but then he get out and he don't think to reach back and pull you out.
Nope, like he ain't even know you.
So now you helped him up out of there. You like, oh, I ain't helping nobody else. Or if I do, I'm gonna help him, but I'm going with him. But see, he can't carry his weight and your weight. You can't be out here having somebody trying to carry your weight for you. It's impossible. No, you can't do it. Stop. Because some of y'all out there right now, you looking at me talking about, oh yeah, I can. No, you can't. I'm 350. I know this man can't carry my weight and his. Not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
He ain't gonna even try. He gonna be like, hey, hold up, bro. Let me go get this rope.
Yeah.
Let me go get the ladder, and you can. I tell you what, I'm gonna hang you this ladder down, and you can climb your own way out.
But that's the thing, though. I'm gonna come back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna figure this thing out. Hold on, give me a minute. Let me figure this thing out, and I'm gonna get you out.
Right.
You got what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of people like, man, they look back like they never was in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
And
I don't know what you're talking about. Bro.
I don't get that, because what happened to loyalty?
But see, now, okay, we talking about that, right?
Okay.
Talking about the crabs in the bucket, talking about going back to the bucket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the bucket.
Right.
Okay, let's say the bucket to hood. Right?
Okay.
Make it out the hood, you don't want to go back help nobody. Okay, let's talk about Nipsey then.
Man.
You got what I'm saying?
Man.
Now that's a good example on why people don't want to go back to the hood. You feel me? He went back, giving back, putting back into the hood.
In the
You feel me?
community. Right.
It's probably people around there right now that Nipsey put money in their pocket and they ain't asked for it back. You got what I'm saying?
Facts.
But the thing was, where did he get hurt at? In the hood.
Right.
In the bucket.
Wow.
He got back in the bucket to help people get out the bucket. And died in the bucket.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
what
Wow.
can
That's
I
deep.
mean,
That's
so
deep.
now do you fault the man that got out the bucket and don't come back? You understand what I'm saying? So you don't know, man. You don't know. You don't know what
And I guess you can't. One thing, one of my boys, Sweezy, says, "What up, Sweeze? Loyalty is a choice." Now, that's not necessarily the code I live by, but I guess I do in an extent because I choose who to give my loyalty to. Nip chose to give his loyalty to the whole hood he was born and raised in. You know what I'm saying? Same streets he was banging on is the same streets he was building up. So, I mean, but I respect his choice.
So here's my thing, right? I came out the hood and I really want to give back to my hood. I really do, bro. I really do.
Shout out Homestead.
Already, man. Straight north side for life. But anyway, when you go back, these young cats have no respect. They have no respect, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So when you trying to give back, or they ain't trying to hear that. They don't want nothing from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can do this on our own.
Right.
Bro, I'm trying to feed you. I'm trying to give you something that you need so you don't get out of here.
Exactly.
But they glorify it so much that they ain't trying to leave. You got what I'm saying? So now, right? It's the few in the bucket that want to get out.
Right.
Some of the people in the bucket comfortable now. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get comfortable.
So now you don't know who to go back in the bucket to get.
Right.
Cause some of the people that's comfortable sitting on the people that's in the bucket talking about help.
Now, I'll tell you this. One thing I've learned, and I've had the pleasure of being able to talk to a lot of youth and just kind of spit some game to them, give them some knowledge, some wisdom, whatever it may be. Some of them that want to be there is because they don't know anything else.
Oh, that is true.
They really don't. Yeah. They only know what they got blinders on. They only see what was in their house and what was outside their front door.
That's true.
Now,
that's true.
I do believe this, but this is why I say, brothers, we gotta have that unity. because it's really up to us to go back and get them. You know what? Come here. Let me get personal with you for a second. Get personal with you. And my boy, he know about this. My son was sent to me. I always wanted him, don't get it twisted. But he was sent to me because he was getting in trouble where he was. Since he's been out here, 3-4 months later, sent him to a Christian camp. But before he went to that camp, I've been talking to him about his ways, about his actions, what he's seeing out here, what he saw when he was back in Memphis. And then he come back and he's camper of the year. Now, as a father, yeah, I'm proud. But what I'm more proud of is the conversations that I had with him. Because we got into some conversations that me and him wasn't able to have over a telephone. Sometimes you got to get in them young people's face. You got to get right up in their face and be like, say, look, young brother, I got love for you. I want to see you build. I want to see you brand. I want to see you make it. I want to see you do something totally different what they think you can't do. I know all you see in your house is addicts, sexuality, violence. When you go out in the streets, you see the same thing. This can breed in a astronomical amount of distrust.
Now, when you say that that's all they seen, you and I tell you you're totally correct.
Right.
Because when I grew up, man, I lived in a black neighborhood.
Okay.
Went to a black school.
Right.
Went to a black church.
Wow.
Shopped at black stores.
Wow.
And literally, man, I went to a black church. I mean, we was in a black community. Like, I was in a black circle, right? So,
right.
And it wasn't a rich black circle. So,
yeah,
first,
yeah.
let me say that. So,
yeah.
I didn't know, literally, I'm being realistic. I didn't know that there was money in the Houston area. I didn't know rich people in Houston existed, right? I thought everybody in Houston was living like me. Only thing was a little bit, you had a little better than me.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? There wasn't nothing major. It wasn't nothing major in Houston to me. I'd see Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? New York.
Stuff that's not here.
Yeah, not here. There, you got to go to Hollywood to get money. You got to go to Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know, man. You know, I didn't know that outside of selling drugs and sports,
right,
you could really do nothing unless you was a doctor or a lawyer. Because I went to see a doctor, and you know, we always need a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so one day I was 16, man. I got my little license or whatever, and I jumped in the car, and I was like, man, it's got to be something out there, man.
Right.
And I rode around, and I ended up in River Oaks, bro. And I rode around, and it shocked me. I mean, like, to the point where I was like, yo, it really is money out here.
Right,
you feel me? Like, yo, people really living like this.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I got you. I did the same.
This dude got a whole limousine in front of his house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, I'm tripping.
Balling.
Yeah. It's a Bentley in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a Bentley in Houston. So, I mean, and when I got exposed to it, guess what I did? I went back to the bucket, caught my partner. Hey, man, I got to show you something.
Yeah.
Took him right around the same streets I went to, and I say, look at this, bro. Look how these people living in Houston.
Right. We got to move.
We got to go. We got to get it, bro.
We got to move.
If they can do it, we can do it. You know what I'm saying? And it motivated us to know, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Even in Houston, we can get it.
Right.
So when you say, yeah, they don't know no better, they ain't see it, it could possibly be true. And they don't know that you can live better here in Houston.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you can be in a situation where you're not exposed to it.
Right.
People don't understand that is true, but I'm a living witness that is true, bro. You can be exposed. You can not be exposed. You can be in a situation where you're not exposed to more.
Exactly. But something you said, you told your boy, we can do this.
Yeah.
And we can. If they can do it, we can do it.
Yep.
This is the thing. we got to start being respectful to one another, and we got to start putting feelings to the side. But this is the thing: feelings usually only become an issue when people feel disrespected. You know what I'm saying? That's usually when it becomes an issue. When you start being disrespectful to your so-called friends or people in the community, well, shoot, you lost them. They don't want to work with you.
But hold on.
Go ahead.
Black people are the only people that feel so disrespected. We the only people really get angry. Think about it. You step on another person's shoes.
Check.
You feel what I'm saying? It ain't that big of a deal in other cultures. But you step on a black person's shoe.
In your life.
It's disrespectful. And it could have been a smooth accident. But they feel so disrespected. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
If you're looking at another person in another culture, they might walk up to you and say, "How can I help you?"
Right.
You look at a black person too long, what are you gonna say? Is there a problem? You feel me?
Right.
But now I feel like you in my space, you disrespect. We are the only people that I swear, man, that feel so disrespected by everything.
Right.
We walk around with this chip on our shoulder that everybody I'm mad at the world. You feel me? And I understand, man, as a culture, we done been through a lot. As a culture, people make us feel less than.
Right.
As a culture, but if we don't come together and value ourselves,
right,
ain't nobody gonna value you. We're gonna forever be devalued.
Yeah.
Because we devalue ourselves.
Facts.
And you'll look at my Facebook, man, and I don't care who hear this. This is the point right now. I'm finna be real. I don't care who hear this.
Right.
We need to boycott World Star Hip Hop, man.
I totally
Because we truly, man, are making a fool of ourselves and a mockery of ourselves.
And it's only us.
On that place, man. And it's
only us.
And it's despicable, bro. Like, we use that platform to really show the foolery, the buffoonery that we go through. You got what I'm saying?
And let me help y'all with something. As a culture, we are influencers. Tell you why? Because I've watched other cultures respond the same way we do. Now, this is the thing, though. They only respond that way with us. They don't respond that way within their own culture, because they know that's not how their culture is made up of. That's not how they was raised. But when they encounter us, they respond to us in the way we respond to one another.
You're right. And that's why the police officers walk to us and already think we're aggressive, because they see us fighting each other. You see what I'm saying? So why won't you fight me? You already fighting each other. Y'all already aggressive. I see it all over the internet. You feel me? That's just like if we take this positive message right here and post it. Yeah. I can promise you, if World Star would let us post this on there, we wouldn't get no hits. But if right now I call off and slug you, we go viral. You feel me? We'll go viral.
Everybody want to see. Oh man, y'all seen this dude hit his homeboy, man? Oh, bro, it was crazy.
But I want you to go to any other culture's podcast and watch the money making podcast. Watch the people talking about finances. Watch the people talking about business.
I follow
all the people talking about getting your life together.
Facts.
And see how many views they have versus the positive black podcast that's out there.
Facts.
You got what I'm saying? We gonna get passionate because we talking about brotherly love, right? Because first of all, as men, as brothers, we gotta learn how to love each other. We can't teach nobody else in our culture to love each other until we love each other first. We gotta set that standard. Right. You got what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So now when we set that standard, we can say, hey young lady, that ain't the way we rocking. You feel me? Hey, man, no, you ain't got to disrespect that man no more like that. You feel me? I can come home now, and when the woman go off, I can be calm now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Because I'm in a different place now. I can be calm and say, are you done?
True.
Can we talk? You got what I'm saying?
Something my boy Swede said. and he said one of the hardest things about life is a lot of people wasn't raised on love. And I truly agree with that. When you're not raised on love and trust, life is hard. Life is hard when you're surrounded by a bunch of disgruntled and envious people. Man,
All right.
that's one of the hardest aspects in life.
So when we talk about love, see now, can we go there?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If we're gonna talk about love, let's talk about what love really is, man. Because if you really define love, nobody can really truly define love.
Right.
Everybody talk about it's an emotion, it's a feeling, it's a this, it's a that.
It's an action.
But it's an action, everything, right?
Right.
But you know what love? You know what I found love really to be? A mental place of comfort. That's what it is. Once you put that person in your mental place of comfort,
That's good.
you love them, bro. You love that person. Once you put them in your mental place, because now you're comfortable with them. Now you can expose stuff to them. Now you can open up to them. And we get love mixed up with infatuation, mixed up with caring, mixed up with all kind of other stuff.
Right.
But it's not truly love. The worst thing I ever heard, and I used to always hear this,
Right.
and I used to wonder, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand it. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. What's in? Where you in love? Where's in love?
Ladies, have y'all heard that a lot?
Where is in love?
Wow.
How can you love me and not be? What is in love? You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So now you telling me that you care about me, but you're not infatuated with me anymore.
Exactly.
That ain't love, bro. That ain't
Exactly.
love. Because once you put somebody in your mental place of comfort,
Right.
dog, you love them forever, bro. Like that's unconditional love there.
Exactly.
Right? In that place, there's unconditional
That's
love.
facts.
That's why
That's facts.
if you put somebody there and they don't put you there in their mental place of comfort, that's when the heartache and pain come.
There comes the fallout.
That's when the heartache and pain come on your part, because you truly love them and they really cared about you.
Exactly.
Even though they said they love you, it wasn't really love, because you know why? You was not in a mental place of comfort.
Right.
That's why they going through your phone. That's why they going through your Facebook.
Facts.
That's why they trying to find out where you at. You feel me?
I don't know if y'all saw the second episode, but in the second episode, I spoke something where I said a lot of people say I do when they really mean I'll try.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing my boy is talking about when he say a lot of people say they love you, but it's really not they love you, they care about you.
Yeah.
You know, when you love somebody, man, it is forever. Like when you love somebody, you have an understanding that y'all not gonna always agree.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna have some fallouts, but that's my dude. Still got love for him. We gonna agree to disagree, and we gonna move on. But see, when you love and that person just care, there's always gonna be a fallout.
Yep.
And the person that love is usually gonna be, man, he gonna be the one that takes it the hardest. And this is the conversation you'll hear. On the love side of the beat, man, you did me wrong, man. I thought that was my people's, man. He messed over me. On the care side, man, he's soft, man. He on some old BS, man. He just in his feelings for no reason. I ain't do nothing to him. Well, see, if he loved him and not just cared about him, he would know, like, oh dang, I did my boy wrong. My boy ain't cool with that. He not cool with that, so I gotta make that right. But hey,
Yep.
to each his own.
And then you know when you got that person truly in a mental place of comfort,
Right.
when you think about them before you think about yourself.
Facts.
Then
Now-
you know that
Now,
they in your
understand,
mental place of
we
comfort.
ain't just talking
'cause
about brothers. We talking about
We
men
talking
and
about
women.
love, period.
Love, period.
right, love, period. But But you got to talk about love, period, if you're going to talk about brotherly love. You
Right.
got what I'm saying? Because now you got to take those people, those brothers,
Yeah.
those men, and put them in that space. You got what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, once you put them people in that space, once you get brothers that you can put in that space, man,
Yeah.
now you start bringing it together. Because you ain't got to put every brother
No,
in that space.
no.
But if I put you in my mental space, right, of comfort, right?
Right.
You got a brother in your mental space of comfort. He got a
Right.
brother in his mental space of comfort. He got a brother. Now we linked up together somehow as a
Exactly.
chain.
I
Just
agree.
because my link and your link together in a chain, right? That don't mean it's another link way over there. But if I don't do my part in the chain, that link over there don't matter. You got what I'm saying? If I break,
Iron sharpens iron. Right.
that link over there don't matter. You got what I'm saying? Everybody have to do their part. Even though I
Facts.
don't know the person, even though the engine don't know the caboose, you know what I'm saying? Everybody have to do their part. You got what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Nah, that's
or
good.
else we're gonna derail. And right now we done derailed this whole community, bro, is derailed, bro.
Badly.
Badly derailed, bro.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get us back on track because we don't have a true leader right now. Think about it.
Well, well, this is the thing on when it comes to leadership, we have to be able to understand that it's okay for you not to be in charge. Shout out to my boy Trey D. Y'all know, if y'all follow the East Siders and Snoop, you know who Trey D is. He said this here: you're either a good example or a bad example, but follow till you can lead. And once you understand how to lead, it is incumbent for you to lead. See, a lot of us, we want to lead, but we don't know how. We think we do, and understand something. Just because you was captain of the basketball or the football team, that does not make you a great leader to lead a Fortune 500 company. That doesn't make you that. But like my man, when you learn how to lead, you gotta follow first. There's nothing wrong with following. Because this is the thing, in most groups, everybody brings something to the table. Understand, whatever you building, whatever you doing, if anybody got some kind of sense, those workers, meaning the people on the ground, they the most important pieces.
Yep.
Now, you're going to need some supervisors. You're going to need some managers. You're going to need a COO. You're going to need a CEO. But do you ever notice how most CEOs is voted on?
Right.
Most companies vote for a CEO. It's not you, because you did this, you get to go ahead and everybody got to follow you. No, just because you did that don't mean that you're going to be a great leader for what we're trying to do right now. And we got to be able to go into a room as brothers, set our egos aside, and make a righteous decision, man.
And you said it. You said it in a nutshell. Ego.
Yep.
Every man has his own ego.
Man,
You feel me? And
kills you.
But you know who
Kills
who really hurts your ego? Is that woman. Because and hear me out. I'm not talking bad about women, but if as a man, ladies, I'm finna tell you something.
Go ahead.
As a man, when a woman tell you, you know, oh, you gonna let that man tell you what to do? That's like a gut punch. Like that's like, oh my God, my woman don't see me as a leader.
That poison in you.
You see what I'm saying? My woman don't see me as a leader. But sometimes men, now I'm finna talk to the men, that don't mean that your woman don't see you as a leader. That mean the woman don't see the vision of what y'all trying to do together. You got what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So sometimes you got to step back. Instead of going and blowing the whole scene up, Because now, oh, you got to be a leader because this woman say you need to be a leader. You need to back up, pull the vision out, and show her, look, this is what we got going on.
Exactly.
It ain't my time yet. You feel me?
A woman will make a man blow up a good situation with her words. Because she missed the point. He's still a leader of your house. He's still a man in your house. What he go out there and do and try and do for the culture, the community, he don't necessarily have to lead that. He just need to be an intricate part in what takes place. That's it.
But then a lot of women don't feel like you can't come in the house and tell me what to do, and you out there letting that man tell you.
Exactly.
And that's a hurtful thing, ladies. That's a truly hurtful thing.
Stop it.
And that's hurting the chain. Because once that man's ego gets tore up, then he breaks the chain. And once he breaks the chain, he breaks the whole development, everything that's supposed to be going on.
Because understand, when he break the chain, it's a few gonna follow him.
Yeah.
They gonna
because there's people linked to him on that chain.
They gonna break loose too. Like, oh yeah, he right. But see, like I said, that's why when there's a CEO of a company, he gets voted in, unless he's independent.
So let me ask you this, bro.
Go ahead.
How do we fix this brotherly love thing? We talking, and we know where it's at. We talking about identifying it. We talked about what love is. We talked about how do we fix brotherly love? Like, where do you start as men? Like right now, we bonded, right?
Right.
Okay. So how do we link somebody else to our bond? And how do we keep going? Like right now, we just two links in the chain.
Well, so and I quote this. Shout out to my boy Charles Wilcox, CEO of Donamici Apparel. His question was similar, where he asked the question: at what point do we continue to sit back and watch other races flourish in their unity? And then at what point do we see that and say, you know what? Okay, it's time for me to start helping my fellow man do the same so that we can grow in unity. And personally, I think it's a you thing first. Now, me and this brother, we there already. We done looked ourselves in the mirror. We done faced our demons. We know who we are, what we about. This is why we were able to come together and do this. Now, from here on, we're going to spend our time not just doing this, but we're going to be seeking other brothers. And I think we kind of have to go on, I don't want to say a witch hunt. That's not what I want to say. But we like a wolf pack. And we got to go out there and find some other wolves that's ready to run. And we got to speak life into them. And the same game we giving y'all, the same understanding we giving y'all, we got to give it to them, man. We got to open them up. But we got to be willing to listen to them, too. A lot of times, we don't like to listen to each other. We don't like to listen to each other. And, bruh, that can truly hurt us. That will hold us back more than anything. But I think when we step up out the box, we got to come together, hear each other out. A lot of times, we come to the table, I think my idea is better than your idea.
Yeah, we got ulterior motives.
You think your idea is better than mine. No. Actually hear, because a lot of times y'all probably on the same page, and y'all could probably take everything y'all just said. Okay, all right, I'm gonna put your piece here, put my piece there, put his piece there, and before you know it, y'all done came together.
Guess what?
Y'all done linked up.
Guess what?
Go ahead, talk to me.
You just answered the church problem.
Come on, man. Come on, man. These boys.
You just answered the church problem. Because now
he playing. Yeah.
Because now look, there's a church on every corner.
He know the
Why?
church. The church.
Why is there a church on every corner? Because of what you just said. Because of what you just said. Oh, I can do it better than you. I don't like it that way. I got a way I can do it, and it'll be better than you. You got what I'm saying? And here I'm being honest with you. You just helped me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I go into meetings, I have an idea of how it's going to get from point A to point B. Right. And I've already got it all planned out in my head that it's going to be successful to get from point A to point B.
Right.
Now, when I'm discussing how I'm going to get from point A to point B and somebody interjects and say they don't think that something in the process ain't right. And they think they want to change it.
Right.
It kind of disappoints me and upsets me because like I done already thought this thing all the way through.
Right.
But like you say, what I gotta think is, okay, well, they're looking at it from a different standpoint, a different viewpoint. They might even have something they have access to something I don't, or some knowledge I don't. So I need to hear them out,
message,
and see what they really talking about. So you just educated me because that's how I am. I'm not gonna lie, and here we are on this podcast, and I'm trying to, and I'm telling you, man, like y'all gotta understand, this podcast is not just for us or y'all. It's just the truth, man. We speaking truth and speaking life, and we trying to get people to understand, man, that you ain't gotta live this life by yourself
at all.
And if this podcast is just the links that's gonna help link people, the brothers together, then man, let me tell you, man, hey, I stand with every brother I can, man, because I want you to be successful. I want you to be prosperous.
Yes.
I want your family in good health.
At all times.
I want everything I want you to have everything. I'm not that hater. Right. And when we say brothers, it don't always have to be black men.
Right.
All right. Now, the reason we say culture and we talk about our culture is because that's what we know.
That's what we know. That's what we from. That's all we speak on.
So if I can help us first, then we can link up with other cultures.
Exactly.
And then we can keep on going this brotherly love.
Because you can't truly help nobody else if you don't start at home.
If you don't help yourself first.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. So I honestly think to help each other, man, we gotta start reaching out.
Right.
Outside of this video, I think we don't have to go to the streets and really, really start talking to people, man. And like you done talk, you reach out to the streets. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how you know what the streets want to know.
And I'm gonna drop a little something on y'all. Me and him was talking about prior to this. Shout out my man Churchill with In the Business, author of The Changes You Make. This is some wisdom that he gave me, and I've been reading it since he spoke it. And he said, friends in the midst of struggle have to applaud you the most. For the brothers out there, and this goes for some of the older cats because this may help you with the young cats. Stop trying to son your friends. Stop it, because it breeds hate. It low key, you hear what I said? It breeds. That means the more you try and son one of your so-called friends, that it's mustering. You know, and I'm a person who came up in the hood where a lot of my homeboys got killed by dudes that they knew. And you be like, wow. Like, why would he of all people do that? Seriously?
You must have came up on the south side.
Yeah. South side represented. Pick it out. 3rd Ward, South Park, Sunnyside, Southwest, Southeast. Yeah, I'm there. There's no place I can't go. But he also blessed me with, being respectful is the key. And I totally agree with Church on that because, man, like, amongst us, we have got to be the most disrespectful culture, men and women. I still trip out when I hear women call each other out their name like it's their name. And they laugh and giggle and smile about it, but will lose their mind if a man say the same thing. I think that's just crazy. But respect is definitely a key. Another thing church dropped on us was killing them with manners will always show you who they truly are. Now I know that's hard for some of us, because if somebody acting out of line, they getting out of pocket, you want to get out of pocket. But a lot of times, I always say there's a brief moment before that explosion happens. There's a moment where they're doing things and you see it. And you might just jump on it too quick. But if you kill them with them manners, if you kill them by you continuing to be respectful, they'll show you who they are and you'll just move around.
You know, sitting there talking, man. First thing we gotta do, and I'm finna lay this out. From here on out, men, from here on out, that's what we need to do.
Talk to me.
You see a man down and out, you see a man fall, you see a man crying, you see a man hurt, you see a man wounded, you see a man being cheated on, you see whatever don't tell him he weak. Man, you weak, man, bro, you weak. That's what I want you to do. From here on out, I want you to say, man, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna overcome this. And I'm here for you, bro.
Facts.
I understand you hurt. I understand. It's gonna be okay. Nah, you ain't weak. You're stronger than you think you are.
Facts.
And we gonna get through this together.
This is true.
Now, what you just did was empower him with love.
Exactly.
And now, when he makes it through, he ain't gonna have hatred in his heart.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna be mad at the world, and he ain't gonna want to be like, yeah, man, I'm harder than you think, man. Yeah, y'all thought I was a punk when I was down, but now I'm here, I'm back. It ain't gonna be all that. You feel me? He gonna come out of that thing and be like, man, I sure appreciate y'all, man.
He gonna be humble.
I sure appreciate y'all, man. And you know what? If it wasn't for y'all, I don't know where would I be right now.
He gonna get that love back.
And he gonna show that love back.
Not just to you though, understand now. He gonna show that love to y'all. He gonna show that love to his family, his friends. He gonna show that love to everybody.
And we're gonna start to end the anger. We are so angry, man.
Ooh.
As black men, we so angry for no reason. But that's where the anger comes from, because somebody that called you weak. When they caught you at your downtime, somebody said, "Oh man, you just being weak, bro. Whatever, man. You a wuss or whatever," and it made you angry to the point where you got up. When you got up, you wanted to do whatever you could to prove that you ain't no. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to follow what my man just said, my boy Churchill said, communication and proper presentation.
Yeah.
This is what people have to be molded of. If you want to function, you want to be able to work together. And I know some of y'all brothers, you probably got some people out there you work with. A lot of guys, they got their little circles. Everybody has their little circle. But we're more than just a circle, man. We're a culture. We're a community. You know, we gotta, and the only way that we're going to truly grow is by ownership. By having ownership, meaning we have to have unity amongst each other so that we can build. Come on, man, don't be afraid to do this, man. I'm telling you, man, don't be afraid to do this. Like, this is possible, this is feasible, it can happen, man.
And single mothers,
come on, talk to them.
Stop telling your little sons, stop crying, that's weak, you ain't no girl, stop, just stop. Go ahead and accept the fact that they hurt and they crying. Go ahead and say, you know what, it's gonna be all right. Suck it up, it's gonna be all right, you're gonna be okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still love you, you're gonna be all right. And we're gonna get through this together.
Show them how to get through it, don't
Show them how to get through it. Because what you doing, he gonna stop crying and he gonna get angry and he gonna go do what, you know what I'm saying, do something crazy. But then guess what? When he ever get hurt again, he gonna be crying behind the scenes.
Right.
Where you don't see him. Alone, in his room. He gonna still cry You just don't understand.
Facts.
People gonna cry when they hurt. That's an emotional expression that happens, right? So when you tell him don't cry, you're not helping him none, because you're not helping him get through the situation and deal with the hurt.
Exactly.
You ain't teaching him how to deal with the hurt. So now he ain't gonna cry in front of you. He just gonna cry in the room and still don't know how to deal with it, and he gonna lash out.
Right.
You got what I'm saying? Teach your young men how to deal with the hurt. Fathers, teach your young men how to deal with the hurt and the pain.
Right.
So stop all that. Oh, you a wussy, you a punk, all that. That ain't necessary. Teach them how to deal with the hurt, and you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. You really don't, because
Right.
eventually he's gonna learn how to deal with the hurt. So he ain't gonna cry. He just gonna say, okay, all right, I remember how to deal with this. All right, it hurt. We're good,
Right.
but I know how to move on.
Exactly.
But if they don't never know how to move on, they're gonna always lash out, and it's gonna always continue to happen.
Right.
Huh? They're
Right.
gonna continue to get hurt, and they're gonna continue to lash out, and then they're gonna end up doing something they ain't got no business doing because they don't know what to do.
Well,
They don't know what to do.
Well, check it out. I just watched an interview. Shout out E40. E40 said it best. History always repeats itself. Opportunity doesn't. So those actions are always going to be repeated over and over. But the opportunities they get to repeat won't. Because that behavior leads to bad things happening. A lot of people don't see that. A lot of people don't get that. Man, the way that you respond to people, the way that you conduct yourself, communication, proper presentation. Remember that. Communication, proper presentation. And another thing, there's some things I want to share with y'all as far as us coming together and unite. I used to always hear cats from the East Coast say word is bond. And I used to be like, man, it sound cool, but what that mean? And so I got around a few East Coast dudes from, New York, Brooklyn, Jersey, you know what I'm saying? And word is bond just meant your word was solid. Like they could count on exactly what you said. Whatever you said you was gonna do, you could count on it. Okay. In our community, we got to start being stronger with that.
And see, I know you from the South Side.
Yeah, go ahead.
We from the North Side.
I'm gonna breed it.
That was our motto, because back in the day, Ghetto Boy said, "All I have in this world, all I have in this
my
world,
balls and my word."
And that was saying, all I got is me and this word. That's it.
Yeah.
Whatever I tell you, that's my word. That's word. That's the truth. I'm gonna be realistic with you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, as a man, that's what you was brought up on, man. Just be honest.
Right.
Stand on whatever you say you're gonna do. Now,
Wow.
let me tell you.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you find out, oh man, that wasn't right. We got to be able to go back and say, man, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. We stand on it, and then we stand on it to the death. And sometimes it's all our wrong. And then when we figure out it's wrong, it's like, man, I ain't saying nothing. I'm standing on it because I said it. But it's wrong, man. Be a man and apologize, man. I apologize, man. It ain't no weakness in apologizing. Hey, what you said about ass earlier? What's ass, man? I really like that. What he said.
So another jewel my boy Church dropped on me was ask. Always seek knowledge.
Always seek knowledge.
ASK. Always seek knowledge. And I think that's the state of mind that we got to operate in.
If we start asking for help,
if we operate in that mind frame as brothers, as black men, I just feel like there's nothing we can't do.
Open your mouth and ask for help.
I feel like, and wait a minute, and let me tell you something. If your brother come to you and asks for help, say, man, rule number 1, correction don't need no stage. You heard me? Correction don't need no stage, man.
Man, that's deep right there.
Yeah, bro. Like whatever. If he came and asked you, you step to the side with him if he said it the wrong way, because that's one thing we good at. Brother come ask you a question, first thing you want to do is correct him on how he said it.
Hey, hold on. Say, Father, what? Hey, tell him what you just asked me, man. Just tell him what you just asked me, man.
Why though?
Dog, check this nigga, check this young dude out, man. Ask him, young bro. What he say?
And then
what you tell him?
That right there, all you did was stir up some hate. He ain't fooling with you, and he got animosity in his heart towards you now. Correction don't need no stage. Stop trying to put your people. I ain't gonna even say your brother. Stop trying to put your people on blast. Stop trying to make them look bad in front of each other. We the only culture that I know we praise ourselves on making each other look bad. We thrive on this.
Yep.
We're not gonna be able to work together like that. Another jewel I want to drop on y'all is timing. Understand? Timing is everything. Sometimes the move you want to make is not the right time, but that don't mean that the move can't be made. This is another thing that goes into us working together. Work ethic. Look here. You may not be as good as your brothers, but your work ethic got to be the same. Your brothers got to be able to look and say, hey, yeah, he might not know how to do this, but he working at what he doing. He giving it his all. I'm giving 110%, and so is he. Work ethic, man. Professionalism. It really threw me off because I heard this from my son, my youngest son. He's just turned 16, and I was talking to him about professionalism, and the first thing he said, "Oh, you want me to be on that white boy stuff?" Ooh. I say, "What's white boy stuff?" You know, speaking like this and dressing like this. I say, I dress like that and I talk like that. What's white about me? Nah, Dad, but you different. How am I different? Well, I mean, you grew up different. I say, but I'm still a professional. And he had to sit there and look at me. He was like,
but you know what? It's corruption of what they seeing on TV, bro.
Right.
Like, bro, they ain't even wearing shirts on TV no more. Men ain't even wearing shirts no more, bro. Trey Songz get on the stage, he take his shirt off.
Wow.
He you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even. I mean, it ain't no respect for themselves. I don't understand it, man. Like,
right.
It's not there, man. We missing it. This younger generation is totally missing it. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got people in our age bracket like Jay-Z would get up and rap in a whole suit. You know what I'm saying? Like
love it.
And love it, bro. And that's
and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking Jigga. I was rocking with Jigga when he was walking around New York in the Timbos and the shorts and the jersey. Yeah, I was rocking with him then. But yeah, he grown now.
Dog,
he grown now.
I don't want to say we're going backwards, but
go ahead, because in some sense, yes, we are.
I don't see the respect for the people that came before you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't see that there's a respect for in that younger generation, a respect for like a Martin Luther King, what they done for the culture,
right?
Or what people like NWA brought to the rap game, or what Michael Jackson brought to the music industry. You know, I don't see that there's a respect.
King of Pop.
I don't see that there's a respect for the people that came before them that laid the platform for where they at. Like,
right.
I love my son to death.
Right? Yeah, go ahead.
But he's in that generation, right? That millennial or whatever. And
facts.
He feels like he gotta do it by himself. Like,
why?
Like he gotta work his own groundwork, and you don't. I done laid this down. I done already walked these streets. I done already made this name. I done already. Come on, man, just let me help you.
Right.
You feel me? We ain't gotta bump our head twice.
Facts.
I done bumped my head. Let me teach you what you ain't gotta do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of them. That's what I got it.
Right.
They that I got it. You know what I'm saying? I got it. No, you
Yeah.
no man.
That's
no.
them.
Why you gotta have it when somebody already done it? Let's figure out a better way to do it
Right.
than doing it all over again. That makes sense?
And that brings me to the last point, which is foundation. Foundation is probably the biggest key of the 5 things, because you gotta set that solid foundation. And I know some of my brothers out there, man, y'all do a dang gone good job. Y'all do a dang good job. I promise y'all do, man. You know, I got guys out there who single fathers. You know, my man right here was one. You know what I'm saying? But I got some other homeboys. I got cousins. Like my cousin Will. Shout out Will. You know, took all his kids in and maintained it. Did it, man, and laid the groundwork, laid the foundation. You know, and that's the one thing we got to do. A lot of these youth out there, they can't respect who we are because they don't know the foundation of which we're made up of. And they think they got the answers. They think they know it, but they got a little bit, but they don't really have a solid foundation. Like I tell my son all the time, you know what scares me right now is you're a little shaky. Now immediately he like, Dad, what you mean? I ain't like that. I'm like, no, your foundation is shaky. Like you don't know who you are. You don't know whether you coming or going. And how we gonna change that while you here with me. But you're lost. Like all it takes is something big to come through and sit on your shoulders, and either you gonna sink or you gonna run. You gonna do one or the other. You gonna sink or you gonna run. This is just a well-known fact. I kid you not. And he just, you know, he'll look at me like, Dad. I was like, no, it's not Dad, but hey, I need you to understand this, man. Your foundation got to be solid. And us as the brothers out here, man, our foundations got to be solid. We got to stand on what we truly believe, and don't let word is bond take you to a place of unforgiveness, a place of ignorance, a place of stupidity. It's not what it's for. It just means, for instance, like I say, we're talking about coming together and doing business. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you say you're gonna do something in this transition, do it. And guess what? If for some reason you can't, don't hold everybody up. Be man enough to say, hey, you know what? I tried, this came up. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Just say that, you know?
Yep.
So, like I said, 1, your word gotta be your bond.
Yep.
Understand timing is everything. Work ethic. Everybody gotta give 110%.
110.
Professionalism. Be professional at all times, man. All time. And foundation. Knowing that y'all all stand on the same belief. Now understand, your belief can't be all over the table, but it got to be that one solid thing. And if that one solid thing is us as a community growing and building, let that be the foundation. And us as black men, we got to stand on that.
Wow. And we can close it out with that, man. And there's one other thing, and and this is my piece to it.
Go ahead.
Respect the difference. You know what I'm saying? All of us ain't the same, man.
Right.
And you got to respect the other man's difference, because you probably be able to learn from it instead of hate on it.
Exactly.
All right. So I mean, we can close it out with that, man. Hey, I think this was Well needed, man. I mean, hopefully
Yeah.
we can touch some people and we can start linking this chain together, man, because I really, really, really think that we'll do way more together than we can apart, man. And I mean, as long as others can keep us apart,
Right.
they can continue to thrive and make the decisions for us. But until we unite, we can't make decisions because we're going to always be fighting each other.
Exactly.
So-
So, two other things. Remember, communication, proper presentation, and ask. Always seeking knowledge. Don't forget.
We out on that note, man.
Salute.
And once again, man, the word should be told.
Not so.